The matrimonial alliance forged to settle a blood debt is not a surrender of self, but a strategic negotiation where the only currency that matters is the truth you've both been trained to bury. And true sovereignty requires not accepting the role assigned by legacy, but rewriting the vows until duty becomes devotion. In Avenged Vows, Kira Cole delivers a mafia romance that transforms the arranged marriage trope into a searing exploration of female agency within patriarchal violence, proving that in families built on silence, liberation isn't found in escaping the syndicate. It's forged in the radical act of claiming power from within when tradition demands you remain ornamental. This isn't merely another dark mafia tale with forced proximity. It's a psychologically precise narrative where every ceremonial gesture feels like both shackle and strategy. Consent is negotiated through mutual recognition rather than assumed hierarchy. And love means honoring the woman beneath the bride when the family demands she be a symbol. From the first incense and gunpowder narration, listeners are immersed in a world where loyalty is liturgy and presence is the only unbreakable oath. Perfect for fans of morally complex dark romance and stories where female strength thrives within constraint, this audiobook serves up atmospheric grit, relentless emotional honesty, and protagonists whose journey from political pawns to sovereign partners resonates with anyone who's ever been told their worth was tied to their compliance. When Alara Vance is married to rival heir Julian Sullivan to end a decade-long feud, she expects ritualized erasure, not to discover his quiet intensity mirrors the strategic mind she spent years suppressing beneath performative obedience, and his refusal to enforce dominance creates space for a bond that defies syndicate protocol. But as they navigate wedding preparations and buried attractions, Alara realizes this union isn't about peace, it's about recalibration. Cole masterfully avoids reducing Alara to passive bride or Julian to tyrannical groom. Instead, she crafts a relationship rooted in radical reciprocity within constraint, where trust is earned through honoring boundaries even as desire blurs them, and where intimacy emerges from seeing each other beyond assigned roles. The audiobook narration amplifies this emotional alchemy, capturing Alara's disciplined composure softening into fierce clarity, and Julian's guarded authority revealing tenderness beneath stoic vigilance. You don't just hear their bond deepen, you feel the seismic shift of two souls learning that some vows can only be honored when you stop letting lineage define you. What elevates Avenged Vows beyond typical mafia romance fare is its nuanced portrayal of organized crime as collaborative governance rather than romanticized domination. Alara isn't merely surviving captivity, she's confronting how mafia culture taught her to equate worth with silence, challenging the notion that safety requires self-effacement. Julian doesn't claim her through force, he creates sanctuary where her intellect can lead without diminishment, honoring her autonomy even as his own traditions crumble. Their relationship evolves through acts of radical reciprocity, sharing silences during tense negotiations that bypass performance, establishing protocols that protect both family integrity and emotional safety, and defending each other from elders who mistake evolution for betrayal. Supporting characters add vital texture, fellow maidwomen whose loyalty encodes suppressed grief, lieutenants whose ambition conceals insecurity, even the estate itself, rendered as living archive whose stone walls absorb centuries of unspoken bargains. Every interaction reinforces the novel's core truth. In systems built on legacy, tenderness is insurgency, and presence is the only true heirloom. Even the mafia mechanics serve thematic depth, with territorial truces mirroring emotional attunement and blood oaths becoming metaphors for earned trust. For audiobook listeners, this production is an immersive sensory descent into elegant dread. The narrator embodies Alara and Julian with remarkable distinction. Alara's voice carries steel wrapped in dawning softness, while Julian's low timbre trembles with suppressed devotion beneath disciplined cadence, making their chemistry palpable even during conflict. Sound design enhances atmosphere without overwhelming immersion. Distant engine rumbles marking temporal rhythm, rain against manor windows during vulnerable confessions, the hushed rustle of silk sinking with breath during quiet exchanges, all anchor mythic stakes and tangible reality. Pacing mirrors the cadence of political courtship, deliberate during negotiation and reflection, then surging with urgency as external threats collide with internal awakenings. Whether you're commuting through urban chaos or unwinding in twilight solitude, the audiobook creates a portable sanctuary where slowness feels sacred and connection feels a lifeline. It's storytelling as embodied validation, transforming passive listening into active participation in a love story that honors both duty and desire. Ultimately, Avenged Vows redefines mafia romance by centering female epistemology within patriarchal frameworks. It satisfies genre cravings for intense chemistry and high-stakes tension, while delivering substantive commentary on intergenerational trauma, masculine vulnerability, and the radical act of building partnerships based on mutual recognition rather than rescue. As Book 2 in the Sullivan Mafia series, it enriches the saga's emotional tapestry while standing confidently as a complete odyssey for new readers. If you've ever wondered whether love can coexist with legacy, or if true strength requires embracing what others fear, this audiobook will affirm that sometimes the most powerful act is choosing to be claimed on your own terms. Press play, cross the threshold, and prepare to believe that even in landscapes shaped by violence, hearts still find ways to rewrite the vows. Your next favorite mafia romance isn't waiting in flawless dominance. It's waiting in the brave, trembling choice to build something real from the ruins of expectations.